The String Cheese Scandal. Offer assistance. Keith Mosley, the bassist for the String Cheese Incident, says, "Everyone knows you can jam." He's discussing the group's most recent album, Lend Me a Hand, and how Brad Cook, their producer this time around, wanted them to have a different sound. Though it's not entirely out of the ordinary, the concept is also unfamiliar. It's true that a lot of songwriting addresses themes like loss, he continues. Many of the themes have a personal bent. In a tone that seems matter-of-fact, he concedes this. However, it is still a little unexpected that for a band that has built its name for itself in the jam band scene with a lengthy, intricate, weaving fusion of rock, funk, jazz, calypso, bluegrass, reggae, blues, and electronica now would be the diversion. However, there appears to be a change in the jam band scene that is ideal for a group such as the String Cheese Incident. Over the past few years, musicians like Kitchen Dwellers and Billy Strings have introduced Americana and bluegrass music to a whole new audience, while more rock-oriented artists like Goose and Eggy have unintentionally opened up other avenues. These bands exude a compelling familiarity that emphasizes the String Cheese Incident's current status as senior gentlemen in the jam and genealogy. It's difficult to ignore their impact on the scene during the last 30 years. They established Sci Fidelity Records for their own releases in 1998 rather than signing with a typical record label, demonstrating their pioneering approach to dealing with the music industry. Name. This was practically unheard of back then. You signed with a label if you sought faster growth and greater distribution. The String Cheese Incident, however, had different ideas. Regarding their early decision to remain independent, Mosley states, "We probably weren't going to see the income that we might have seen from another label, but we had the feeling that the most important thing would be to control our own creative destiny. Too many musicians just fall victim to the cycle of touring in support of an album they record for a label, and many bands died as a result of that, becoming mired in the record label system, being unable to release a follow-up album at the appropriate time and way they desired, and discovering that the record label controlled their touring schedule. We were aware from the beginning that we didn't want to take that path. Since the band's founding in 1993, this DIY mentality has been central to their identity. They submitted hundreds of gigs annually in the beginning. Additionally, they gained popularity across the country rather rapidly despite their peculiar assortment of noises. For example, in 1997 the early part of the year saw a jump from the club circuit to New Year's Eve at the San Francisco's 4,000-seat Kezar Pavilion. The band played with Leftover Salmon and the Mother Hips on the same bill, and Vince Welnick of the Grateful Dead caught a cover of Estimated Profit. Together with foregoing any hopes of landing a major, or even minor, record label, String Cheese members soon realized that music festivals had the magical power to unite like-minded people for extended periods of time. At Horning's Hideout in North Plains, Oregon, they experienced one of their earliest triumphs in this field. String Cheese's destination event served as a model for larger festivals. Since its founding in 2011, their production business Madison House Presents has frequently headlined Electric Forest, which is presented in Live Oak, Florida. They also assisted in the establishment of Suwannee Halloween in 2013. As the band has expanded, a number of challenges have reappeared. The band has always had a creative tension, which is what keeps it intriguing, as mandolinist Michael Kang notes. Owing to the inherent, we were heavily influenced by music from the start as a band. It was entertaining but also a little creatively demanding because of the mishmash of things.